Okay, so this is going to be a beginner/intermediate class. Like I always say, listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you want to push yourself harder, give it a try. I love that. That extra work is always good. We're going to go ahead and get started. So let's go back onto our backs. And we're going to find that neutral spine. So you're going to imprint and release. Imprint and release. Imprint and release. So just warming up the low back. This should feel good. Just that subtle shift through the low back, through your spine, getting things moving. Okay, now hold neutral spine. Put your hands on your rib cage and we're going to breathe. So take a deep breath in. Feel the ribs expand and then exhale, pull the belly button in and close the rib cage. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time, fill the lungs as far as you can. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now exhale, feel those fingertips come all the way together. Breathe it out, breathe it out, breathe it out. Nice and tight through the ribs. Again, inhale. And you're still in neutral spine, right? And exhale. Awesome. Hands come by your side. Feet are shoulder width apart for bridging. So we're going to start by imprinting. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll up. Find that nice long line and then inhale at the top. And then exhale, one vertebrae at a time. Let's go really slow today as we unroll. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you roll up. Inhale at the top. Slow articulation as you come down. Slow so I can really feel those abs scooping today. Inhale at the bottom, exhale up. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, roll it down. Hands come behind your head. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as you crunch up. Inhale, roll back down, slow. So this isn't abs, this is just warming up the spine. Now the thoracic and cervical. Exhale up. And inhale down. Exhale up. And inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. One more. Exhale up. And inhale down. Okay, hands come by your side. Find that neutral spine, so no imprinting. Abs are in. Close the rib cage. Bring the right leg to tabletop and lengthen the other leg down. We're going to circle the hip. So remember, nothing moves but that leg. Your core, your obliques, your abs are holding everything really tight. So if you need to make a smaller circle, do. And if you can, push it, make a bigger circle. Let's reverse. And switch legs. Take that down, other leg to tabletop, holding those abs nice and tight. Let's circle. reverse. Good, bring that down. Bring the legs up to tabletop for your 100. So for my beginners, your feet can stay down on the floor. Intermediate, legs come up, upper body curls up. We're gonna pump the arms. So in for 5, out for 5. Okay, bring those knees into your chest. Way to go. Love the 100. We're going to go right into the roll up. So lengthen the legs and arms in opposite directions. Inhale to prepare. And then exhale, chin to your chest and power up. Inhale, reach over those toes. Exhale, drop the shoulders, shift the tailbone, and roll back down. Arms go up over your head. Exhale, power up. Inhale, reach over your toes. And then exhale, drop the shoulders. I'm warm already. Drop the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone under. And roll it down. Arms go up. Exhale. Inhale, reach over your toes. Going a little bit farther. And then exhale. Take it down. One more. Exhale up. Inhale over the toes. Oh. And then really slow this time. Drop the shoulders. Slow. Slower. That's it. You feel those abs shake. Feel them shake. Go even slower. And let it rest. Okay, going right into the ab work, we're going to start with single leg stretch. So the right hand goes to the right ankle as the left leg lengthens. So that's your inhale. Exhale. That's it. Keep going. Right into alternating kicks. So upper body stays lifted. Stretch and switch. Okay, head goes down. We're going to let the neck relax for just a second. Reverse crunches. Arms and legs are in the air. You just imprint, release. Right into double leg stretch. Just 6. Arms shoot to your ears as your legs lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it in. Last one. Hands behind your head for the crisscross. Opposite shoulder to knee. Keep going. And let that rest. Arms and legs go back in the air. 10 more reverse crunches. Imprint, release. Breathe. You're doing great. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to take the feet down. Hands come behind your head. And we're going to pulse for 10. So you're going to, right between the hip bones, pull that in 3 inches below your belly button. Okay? So tight through your core, shoulder blades come off, and we pulse. Now we're going to add one leg to that pulse, so everything lifts together. A little bit slower. Switch legs. Good, stretch that out. Way to go. We're going to go into obliques next. So onto your side. If you can, keep your hand on the hip, but you can always have your hand on the floor for balance. Balancing together. Both legs lift and lower. So what you'll find as you get stronger is those legs go higher and higher into the air. The obliques. Flexibility in your legs, strength in your legs. That's why we keep doing this series. Now the top leg. Bring the bottom leg to the top. Good, double leg swing. So this may be small for you. That's fine. As you get stronger and you can hold the upper body still, then those kicks move bigger and bigger. Now pulses. Feeling the burn. Ooh, okay, up and over to the other side. That was a good one. Feeling that today. Okay, on your side, pull the belly button in, relax your shoulders, lift and lower both legs for 10. Top leg. Bring the bottom to the top. Again, feeling the obliques on that top side. Now your pulse is high. Swings. And let that rest. Onto your stomach. Gently press up onto the elbows. Lengthen through those abs. And we're going to go into back work. So today, when we do that pelvic tilt towards the ceiling, and we always have the imagery of the belly button pulling away from the floor, I want you to try to hold that today while you're breathing. So don't reset after each time, after each breath. You're going to relax your head down, tuck that tailbone under, and again, you have space. The goal is to get space underneath those abs, but just the imagery of pulling that up while you inhale. Now hold the belly button off the floor as you exhale. Keep it off the floor as you inhale. Keep it off the floor as you exhale. One more inhale. and exhale, and release. So as I do that, I can feel those abdominal muscles just shaking, holding that position. So let's do it again. Tuck the tailbone, inhale, exhale. Keep those abs, that imagery of the abs off the floor. Inhale and exhale. Try to relax your shoulders. One more. And relax. And remember, it's not this. We don't want our butts up in the air. It's just that shift. It's the tailbone rotating down. Okay? So we still have that imagery. Belly button off the floor, and we're going to do the single leg kick. So we double kick, lift, shoot the leg off the mat, and lower. Switch legs. Double kick, lift, lengthen, and lower. One more each leg. Awesome. Okay, we're going to bring our hands to our hips, and you're going to hold that peach underneath your chin. And you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together as you lift. And then inhale, lower. So this is for everything along the back side of your body. Your low back, your middle back, everything. Squeeze the shoulder blades and gently lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now, for those that want to make it harder, when you start to lift, you squeeze the shoulder blades. Try to stretch your hands down towards your knees. And you're going to feel that activate those middle traps. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift. One more. And bring that down. We're going to bring the heels together. The knees go to the corners of your mats. And you're going to lift and lower both legs for 10. So exhale, lift. You're trying to get your thighs off the mat, but your hips are staying down. If that seems really, really hard, just do one leg at a time, alternating side to side. But we're going to do 10 full range and then 10 pulses. You will feel your low back, and this is a good spot to squeeze those glutes. Now let's pulse. And again, you can always do single leg. Let that rest. We're going to go into the swimmer. So my beginner swimmer, you exhale, lift opposite arm as leg, and then lower. Switch sides. Lift. And lower. For my intermediate and advanced, you're going to stay in the air and pulse from there, so it never rests down. So find whatever is challenging but doable. Your hips are on the floor, opposition, energy going out your fingertips and your toes. 2 more. Oh, pull back into child's pose. That was hard. Whew. Love that one today. Stretch that out. Okay, coming up into the quadruped. So you're on all fours. So this is where you create that box with your body. So you have your shoulder over your hand and your hip over your knee. So that box, we don't want to sway in our back and we don't want it too rounded. So find your neutral spine And you also have the length through the top of your head. Exhale as you lift, opposite arm is leg. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, switch. Inhale, down. Exhale, switch. And down. Last one. Now, if that was hard enough, stay there. You're going to do that 3 more times. For those that want to make it harder, keep those feet off the floor and just balance on the knee and the hand. So opposite arm is leg. Much, much harder. And switch. So try it if you've never done it before. Give it a shot and see how all those little stabilizers through the core and the shoulder and the hips, how they all have to work. You can always put your foot down, but I want you to feel shaky. I want it to be hard because that is where you get stronger. There we go. That's it. It's not an easy one. Okay, so staying in the quadruped. If it hurts your wrists, you can always go up on your knuckles. I'm going to knuckle it for a minute. And we're going to keep that neutral spine. Feel those abs pull in as the knee comes into your chest and then lengthens out. Now, through this whole series, it's all about your spine. So can you hold it while that leg is moving? Okay? So you may need to do a smaller kick or a smaller range of motion to be able to maintain your neutral spine. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do 10 reps of each exercise. Drop those shoulders down and pull the belly button away from the floor. Now you're going to bring the leg to the side, just a lateral raise. Exhale as you lift. You're still in neutral spine. Now here comes the hard one. Keep the knee up and bend and straighten that knee. So it's just a straight kick forward. Abs in. Now we're going to switch sides. Way to go. I'm going to flip around so I'm still kicking towards you. Again, find your neutral spine. Pull the belly button in, and you're going to exhale as the leg goes out. Inhale, bring it in. Now that lateral raise, keep the knee bent and raise it sideways. Now the fun one, keep the knee lifted and bend and straighten the knee. Shoulders down. And let it rest. My arms are on fire. So good. So again, whole full body. Arms, abs, back, everything has to work on that series, which is what we want. So good. Okay, coming back onto your side, we're gonna do the V-ups. So for my beginners, stay up on your elbow. That's great. You're actually back on your butt cheek. So from here, all you do is lift and lower the legs, and that hits those obliques a little bit harder. Now, if that's hard, stay there. But if you start to feel like you're getting stronger, do half from here and half intermediate. So you have your hand down on the floor by your legs. You don't want it up above your head. It's down by your knees. And then as you come up, Do about 5 from the upper elbow and 5 from the floor. My intermediate, take it from the floor. I want 10. And then hold at the top, we're going to pulse. And then we're going to go right to our in and outs. So on this, you're going to shoot center, so you're on both cheeks, both sits bones. For my beginners, you're just going to kick the legs in and out, just a small movement. For my intermediate, go all the way down. You got this. Keep that chest open. And switch sides. Swing it around. Way to go. So beginners again, you're up on your elbow and your butt cheek. We just lift and lower the legs, hitting those obliques. Intermediate, take it down and lift. Now we pulse. Now back onto both glutes for the in and outs. So again, my beginners, just small. Intermediate, take it all the way out. Tight core, sternum is up. Oh, way to go. Grab some water if you need it. I need it just from breathing. Whew. Okay, rolling back onto your back. We're gonna hit the glutes and hamstrings. Now saying that, if you ever feel the hamstrings start to cramp or grab, stop, stretch it out. Get that leg as straight as possible, as quickly as you can, and hold that till it starts to release, okay? We don't need cramping during any of these exercises. The other thing you can do for beginners is alternate back and forth more frequently. So maybe do 5 on each leg twice instead of 10 in a row. Okay, so hands are down. We're gonna bridge up so you have that nice long line from shoulder to knee. Your knees are directly over your heels and with the neutral spine, so we're not articulating, flat back. I'm gonna bring my arms out to the side so you can see a little bit better. Hips come about halfway down. Now we squeeze and lift. Now as we lift, you don't want to break that line through your plank. So you don't want to do this. Hyperextension, that's bad. Just come back to that nice neutral spine. So halfway, right here, squeeze. Okay, now we're gonna lift one leg up in the air. And we're gonna arc that foot towards the floor and exhale, lift. So do you still have neutral spine? Nothing moves but the leg that's arcing. That's what makes this hard. And switch legs. Here we go. Inhale down, exhale up. So again, beginners, if you need to, switch legs after about 3 to 5 and build up that endurance. Okay, back to the first leg. 5 little leg circles in each direction. I externally rotate as I do this. Feels better on my hip, that socket. And this does not have to be big. You're gonna feel it in the leg that's not moving. Switch legs. So again, as my left is moving, my right starts to burn. And bring it down. Now we're going to slowly roll through the spine, and then we're going to stretch it out. So the leg goes up in the air. I'm going to flex my foot. I want to hit that calf as well and lengthen my other leg down. So what's important on this stretch is having your knees straight. So if you have to lower the leg to get the knee straight, that's what we want. And then slowly bring it up. As you get more flexible, that leg will get closer and closer to your head. Switch legs. I'm going to flex again my foot because I want to hit my calf. And breathe into that stretch. I don't know if you can tell, but my whole leg is just shaking. Oh, it's so good. Okay, we're going to do a few different options of teasers today, and I want everyone to do the progressions with me. When you hit a progression that's as hard as you can go, stay there and keep doing that one, okay? But if you can progress and keep going and going, that's what we're going for today. So your teaser, lengthen one leg out. The other foot is on the floor. Or go this way. The other foot's on the floor. Abs are in. For my beginners, you can always use your hands behind your legs to come up on those sits bones. Lengthen through your spine. Reach for your toes. And then roll back. Again, same leg. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Let's switch legs. We just did 3. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. One more. So now you have your breathing. And remember that exhale, the harder you force your air out, the easier it is to pop up in your teaser. Next level, both legs at tabletop. So again, you can hold behind your knees to come up, let go, and then take it back down. Here we go. But if you can, ultimately, it's to just let go with the hands, use all abs, and balance on those sits bones. Okay, now keeping the knees bent, we're going to do 3 more, where you come up. Now lengthen the legs, bend the knees, and roll back down. Tabletop, straighten, tabletop, and down. Okay, now as we come up on the next 3, as you start to exhale, you're going to lengthen your legs at the same time. That's it. Now our last 3, you're going to start with your legs down. And as the upper body comes up, so do the legs. We're only doing 3. So let's breathe. Slow, lower it down. Exhale up. And again. Hold, 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 hold. Pull those abs in, drop your shoulders, and slowly take it down. Nice job. Way to go. Now, because the teaser does a lot of hip flexor, we're going to stretch that out really quick. So I want you to bend your knees, feet come off of your mat. Both knees go to one side. Oh, definitely need that today. I feel that huge. Pull those abs in and feel that on that leg. To deepen it, take your foot away from your mat. Okay, so that back leg goes away, the foot goes away from your mat. We're going to switch sides. You can see it here. So I just wiggle my foot back away from my mat, and that deepens the stretch. And sometimes bringing the foot up towards your head is a good deepener too. That one got me breathing hard. I like it. Okay, coming back to center, we're going to go into butt work. So on your side, your glutes are to the back edge of your mat and your feet are forward. We're going to start with that big scissor kick forward. So exhale as you come forward, inhale back. Exhale forward. So again, find your neutral spine. Nothing moves but that leg. Tight core through the abs. And you can always put your hand on the floor for balance if you need to. Now the lift and lower. Leg comes up and then down. If you want to give it a little extra stretch, that's fine. If you want to just kick it, that's great too. Abs are still in, right? I think that's 10. That might have actually been 11. All right, now your kicks. So from parallel, don't turn it out. Toes are parallel to the floor. Bring the knee in and kick it up on a high diagonal. So it's not this. Okay, I want to see that big stretch in through your glutes and then that kick high. That's what's going to make you sore tomorrow. Now bring the leg down to hip height, internally rotate, pulses. Now bend the knee, still turned in, and pulse. So your foot stays above the knee the whole time to hit that glute med. Now we're going to do big leg circles today. This is the last one, so I want you to push it. Work until you hit total fatigue. Saying that, if your circles are small right here, that's great. Do 5 in each direction. But if you can, get that full range of motion, still hold neutral spine, swing it around. And reverse. Feel that burn. This is a huge range of motion. We work everything in the legs and the glutes on this. You got this. Woo. Okay, we're going to go right to the other side, and then we'll stretch them both out together. So find your neutral spine. Glutes to the back of the mat. Your feet are forward. Abs in, and bring the leg forward and back. And that lift and lower all the way up and back down. So again, going as far as you can with a straight leg, straight knee. Now your kick, back to parallel. Bring the knee into your chest and kick it up on that high diagonal. Internally rotate, so down to hip height, pulses. And the higher you pulse, the harder you work that gluteus medius. Now bend the knee, still pulse, turned in. You guys are doing great. The last one is the leg circle. So again, as big as you can and still keep neutral spine. If you can go full range, let's do it. And reverse. Just 5. Okay, to stretch this one today, I'm going to have you come sitting. We're going to do the butterfly stretch from here. Wow, yes. Bottoms of the feet together. And ultimately, if you're tight in the hips, your knees are going to be up. That's okay. So you just want to gently lean forward and think of just gently pushing the knees down. If you have the flexibility and your knees are down, that's great. Go for it. But while we're here, think of the belly button coming towards your feet, not your head. We don't need a rounded back. We want a flat back, and you're going to feel that more everything in through the hips and the pelvis, and that's what we're going for. Now bring both hands to one knee. Feel that stretch change. And let's switch. Back to center. If you can, try to go a little bit lower. That's it. And a little bit lower if you want to slide your hands out. Just take them out to the side. Whatever feels the best to deepen that stretch. Okay, we're going to roll back onto our backs. I want to go over the corkscrew. So for my beginners, you're going to keep your butt down on your mat the whole time. And on the corkscrew, your feet stay together and you do a circle clockwise. And as your legs are moving, you can feel all different parts of your abs kicking in. So you go clockwise and then counterclockwise. So again, the circle doesn't have to be big. Clockwise, my feet are glued together, legs are glued together, and counterclockwise. So for my intermediate, you're going to circle around, and as the feet come back up towards you, you're going to do a hip lift, so that little reverse crunch, and then reverse. Hip lift, and reverse. And as you get stronger and stronger, you'll find you go higher and higher in the air. And your feet go over your head. But for now, just a little hip lift and reverse is perfect. All abs and legs. One more. Nice job. Single leg circles. Anchor one foot down, the other leg goes up in the air. I externally rotate and point my toe on this one. You're gonna go across the body, down, and then straight up, so that foot stays in alignment with your shoulder. Across the body, down, and up. For beginners, if your circle is small, that's great. I'd rather have it small and you be able to maintain neutral spine than a huge movement where we're losing and our hips coming up and we're shifting. That's bad. Then we reverse it down, across the body, and up. So again, keep it small if you need to. In time, with consistency, this gets bigger and bigger. You get the strength, you get the flexibility. And switch legs. Across the body and up. And if you want to, keep your hands on your abs so you can feel them kicking in. That's a good thing to do. Relax the shoulders and still maintain neutral spine. Okay, you're going to bring your knees into your chest and you're going to come all the way up for rolling like a ball. So on this, your heels come together and your knees turn out, so it looks like this. And then you wrap your arms around your legs, okay? So from the side, we only roll to our shoulder blades. It's very important. Holding those ankles, round your back, find that C curve. Inhale, take it back to the shoulder blades. Exhale, power up. Have a little fun with this one. Use your momentum. Keep going. Now, if you want to make it harder for my intermediate, let go with the legs. Arms let go of the legs, and you have to maintain that shape. You have to find that balance up on those sits bones. One more. Now your V-sit. You're going to hold, balancing on the sits bones. Let me scoot back just a little. Balancing on those sits bones, flatten the back. You ready? Walk your hands up towards your ankles or your calves, and then just hold. From here, drop those shoulders. That's it. Lengthen through your head. You can feel those abs. This is a great place to find that scoop. Now you're going to bring the feet together and just shoulder width apart. We don't need a big split. Just shoulder width apart. So together, shoulder width apart. Together, shoulder width apart. You feel those hamstrings? Yes. Shoulders down again. They'll have a tendency to creep up when it's hard to balance. Two more. Now from here, bend your knees and roll down. I want to work the calf for a minute. So you have neutral spine, abs are in, and all we're going to do is flex and point. So one leg. We're going to do 10 in parallel. For my beginners, switch back and forth between your legs, okay? So you'll do 10 and then 10. For my intermediate, we're going to do all one leg. This is intermediate and advanced. All one leg, and then we'll switch. Now, from parallel, externally rotate, flex and point. Really flex. 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 Again, feel free to switch legs back and forth. Abs are still in. Now we're going to do turned in. So really kind of awkward, but so good to help strengthen everything through the arches, the ankles, and into the shin. Oh my goodness, I'm totally feeling that burn. Other leg, or keep switching back and forth. Flex and point. Parallel. Abs in. Neutral spine. And turn it out. Externally rotate. Now turned in. Ooh, yes. Again, rotation is from the femur up in the leg. The foot just follows along. Anyone else feeling the burn? Oh my gosh. Oh, so I'm going to kick my feet for a second. Kind of let that stretch, let the blood flow go back into my feet. That was so good. From legs at tabletop. Arms come out to the side, and we're going to do knee sways. So both knees go to one side. Let the hip come up as you look to the other side. Breathe. That feels so good. Now exhale, pull the abs in. Bring the legs up and take it over. Switch. Look, switch. Switch again. Take it over. You're gonna find you can go a little bit farther that second time. So good. Switch, last one here. Coming to center, we're going to do the figure 4. So you're going to cross the ankle on the knee and then bring the knees into your chest. Switch legs, ankle on the knee, knees into your chest. Okay, coming up, I want to hit the hamstrings and the calves since we just worked the calves. So you're going to bend one knee, kick the other leg straight forward, and you're trying to get to those toes. Try to really flex that foot. So if I turn just slightly on a diagonal here, you can see. I'm still square, I'm still reaching center for that foot, but I can give it a big pull to help stretch out my calf. And even I feel that in my arch today, which tells me I really need to do this stretch. And then just keep breathing. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. So the knee comes up, leg goes straight. I grab those toes. Ooh, yowza. Keeping that knee all the way down, all the way flat. And then doing both legs, you're going to stretch forward. So with the flat back, let me start this one over. Flat back, try to get your belly button towards your knees. That's what we want. If you can grab your toes and give it another big stretch there, that's even better. But I'd rather have you with the flat back up high than rounded and all the way over. So let's keep that open, keep it flat. Nice job today. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time,